Can I help you?
Hi, Sean.
Hi.
Hi. I'm here because you were calling the UPS about 15 times complaining about the train.
I asked for a supervisor. I asked for a supervisor 15 times and they kept hanging up on me. They kept transferring me to another email service.
Yeah, because you're complaining about a train that's driving.
He does this no, he's not driving through. He's sitting right here next to my neighbor's house every single night at 8 p.m. Every single night you come down here, there's going to be a train sitting here between 8 and 9 p.m. He does this every single night. I've called the Union Pacific about it a number of times, and they continue to do nothing about it.
What would you like them to do, man?
What do you mean? He can back up to 9th Avenue, and he's not going to be bothering anybody. That's 2 blocks away.
They're offloading stuff right here.
No, they're not. They're not offloading stuff when they're parked right in front of my house. How is that even physically possible?
Yeah, I mean, it's a train, so there's going to be numerous cars that are attached to the train, right?
It doesn't matter if the train is 3 blocks long or 2 miles long. He's always sitting out here right there, just to where he's blocking the sidewalk and the street. He does it every single night.
And what would you like them to do about it?
Like I said, I would like them to stop on 9th Avenue where they're not in the middle of a residential neighborhood. Have you seen these tracks?
Right. And here's the deal: is you bought a house that's right next to
I did not buy a house that was right here. And if you want to bring that up, those tracks were meant for carrying passenger trains. That's why people built houses down here. They weren't carrying overloaded freight trains on these tracks back when they were built. They should have been pulled back in 1973 when the Union Pacific stopped hauling passengers, and they didn't do that. They've been operating on these tracks illegally pretty much for a long time because they're exceeding the weight capacity on these things. I got over 300 videos online of it.
So
Sean, you take that up with the city council.
I've taken it up with the city council. I've talked to the mayor about it.
Okay.
Here's the deal, man, okay? The Union Pacific, whoever you're calling, they no longer want you calling them, okay? Because here's the deal: you calling them,
They need to do something
you
about the
calling
problem.
them 15 times over, you're harassing them.
No,
Yes,
they
you
are harassing me.
No, they're not.
How am I harassing them? How am I harassing
Because
them?
you're calling them 15 times.
What part of the law?
Train.
No, what part of the law am I violating?
It's called harassment communication.
How am I
It's
violating
harassment
it?
3rd degree.
How am I harassing them?
Because you are calling them over and over.
I'm not
again
making
for-
any threats.
for-
I'm not calling them
It
any
doesn't matter. You
names.
don't have to
I'm
make
not doing
threats.
anything.
You don't
I'm
have
simply
to make
calling them
threats.
trying to make a
Threats.
complaint.
15 times.
I'm trying to call and make a complaint with
15
them,
times.
and they are ignoring my
15
complaint.
times. Because there's nothing they can do about it, dude.
Why can't they do anything about it? They
Because
called
they're
you
doing
guys.
their
They had
job.
you guys come out here.
Yeah, because
They
you're
can't call the
calling them
train and tell
15
them
times.
they can't call the
You are
train
calling
and have
them
them back up
15
2 blocks.
No, because they're
why
also
can't they
doing
back up
something-
2 blocks?
because
Explain this
they're
to
doing
me.
something down there.
Explain this to me, train
Why not?
police. Why can't they block
I
up?
don't work for the. Yes.
Why can't they back up 2 blocks?
Because that's not how it works.
Why?
Because the
Where's the switches? Where's the switches? Where's their light down here? I don't see anything. Why can't they back up 2
If it's
blocks?
such an issue-
Train is 3
if
blocks
it's
long.
Such an issue for you,
Why can't they back up
then
2
I would
blocks?
recommend that you move, and so you don't have to deal
No,
with this.
that's not the solution. This is intolerable. Who's your supervisor? I want to speak to your supervisor, your watch commander.
He doesn't come out for something like this.
Why did you come out here for something like this?
Because the Union Pacific called us that you called them over 15
They have their own police
times.
department. Don't they have federal jurisdiction? Every
They
time I
called
call
them-
you guys about this, you tell me you can't do anything about it
Because there's
they
nothing
got
to be
federal
done.
jurisdiction.
There's
They
nothing
can
to
back
be
up
done.
their goddamn
No.
train 2 blocks.
No.
Yes, they can.
No.
If it's 3 blocks long, they're
No.
not even going to be in the train yard. They can back it up
how it works.
2 blocks.
Sean,
not how
here's
it
the
works.
deal. If you keep calling them, I will come back and I will arrest you for harassment 3rd.
They've already done that, and I beat that.
But you can't keep calling them. I will arrest you for harassment 3rd. I don't care.
Who's
if
going to
you
be
drop
pressing the charges?
The
Union
Union
Pacific.
Pacific Railroad.
They have made a formal complaint for us to come out here and talk to you for you to stop calling them.
That's great. Well, what are they going to do about my complaint? Who's going to take
I
my
don't know.
complaint?
I don't-
Are you guys going to file a
Sean,
report and
Sean,
take my
stop
complaint?
Talking. We don't work for the railroad.
Exactly.
If you keep calling them, they are the victim.
No,
And
they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they are not the victim.
Yes,
that is
they
some
are.
bullshit.
They are the victim.
That is some
if you
straight up
keep
bullshit.
harassing them,
No.
I will come back here and I will arrest you.
Like I said 100 times now, I was trying to make a complaint. Every time I tried to make a complaint, every time I tried to get a hold of a supervisor, they kept transferring me to an automated voicemail about a block crossing. It's not a block crossing, all right? This guy's breaking the law. He's harassing people in this entire
It's a block
neighborhood.
crossing.
No, he's harassing people. He's
Okay,
backing up and forth.
You realize you're the only one in this neighborhood who calls.
No, I am not the only person in the neighborhood that
You're
calls.
the only
There's
one
a
that
person over there at 6th Avenue who calls all the time. There's a person over on 8th Avenue who calls all the time. And there's
But
a
we
number
don't
of
get
people
calls
right
about
along
that.
the street
We don't
who
get
keep
calls about
calling.
that. We get calls about you.
Because they wind up getting intimidated by the railroad. All right? The
Okay,
railroad
so
sends
you
you
have
people
two
out here
options. Stop
whenever
calling
somebody
that, or
complains.
I'm going
This
to
is
arrest
intimidation.
you. No,
This is how they intimidate people.
it's a problem.
No, this
I
is
will-
how they intimidate
I
people.
will, if you keep calling them and they wish to pursue charges, I will come and arrest you for harassment third.
So, if I'm understanding you correctly, if I try to call the railroad and complain about how they're operating
call
in a dangerous
continuously-
manner,
when you call
you're going to
continuously-
arrest me
Sean,
for trying
let
to
me
file a
talk.
complaint.
They're not.
Sean, if you call repeatedly, like 15 times in a row, that is harassment third.
How am I supposed to file a complaint? When they keep hanging up on me, when they keep transferring me, how am I supposed to do
Leave
that?
a freaking voicemail. I don't know.
Yeah,
You don't
I've
work
left
for-
a number of
here's the deal,
voicemails.
dude, is this isn't the first time you've called them, right?
No.
So they know who you are.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
how we got sent here.
Like I said, they've already had me arrested before, and I beat that with no problem because it was a bunch of bullshit in the first place. You guys are talking about you want to arrest me again?
No, I
You want to
said that-
arrest me
I
again
said that
because
you
the
could
Union Pathetic told you
potentially-
to.
You could potentially be arrested for harassment.
If you can
When you call them, I don't care if you call and want to file a complaint, but you're not going to call them 15 times over and over again trying to file your complaint. If it doesn't work the first time, then too damn
Oh, you
bad.
just have to give up. You just have to give up and let the railroad do whatever they want, huh?
Because they're doing their job.
No, they're not doing their
They
job.
are
They're
doing their
harassing
job.
people.
They're not
It's
harassing
harassment,
people.
and
It's not.
they're harassing
It's
people
not.
every single night. They're down here at 8 p.m. How is that not harassment?
Do you not think it affects our job too?
What kind of a coincidence is that?
Do you not think that it affects
Explain.
our job too?
Explain. I know, and
How
I'm
about you
tried.
ask for the train schedule? I don't know.
Okay, you can't tell me how I'm supposed to file a complaint. You can't tell me, why they're down here in the first place, but you're going to arrest me if I try to complain about it again. That's what you're telling me.
No,
I
I'm
said-
telling you that you are going to potentially be arrested for harassment if you call them 15 times over and over again. If you call them once and want to file a complaint, so be it. But you're not.
I wasn't able to do that.
Okay, then don't. You're not calling them 15 times over. And
So
over
I can't
again.
make a complaint.
So if they send,
So I can't make a
if they
complaint.
Send you to some, if they send you
If
to
the
an
Union
automated
Pacific
system the
says
first
that I
time,
can't make a complaint, then I just have to give
you're
up and
obviously
go
not-
away.
you're obviously-
Otherwise, you're going to
obviously
arrest
not
me.
Listening.
No, I'm
What-
listening.
what
You're
did I
not making
just
any
tell you?
sense.
What did I just tell you?
You're not making any sense.
I am. I'm making perfect sense.
No, you're not.
I told you that if you call one time and want to make a complaint, so be it. That's your right. Absolutely it is. But what you cannot do is call them 15 times over and over again trying to file your complaint when it obviously did not work the first time.
Yeah, because they hung up on me.
Yeah, because you're calling them 15 times
No,
over and
the
over
first
again
time.
for
The first
same
time.
thing that
The
you've
first
been
time I
complaining
called them.
about.
The first time I called them, they said, "Hello, Sean," and they transferred me.
Yeah, because they know who you are.
The first time. The
Because
first
you're a
time I did
pain.
that. The
Because you're
first
a pain.
time. So you're
a
telling me,
nuisance.
yeah, and like I said, because you're not making any sense, basically you're telling me if I call them, you're going to arrest me, and I just have to give up. Yeah, that's basically what you're saying. I can't complain about
I
them.
said you could
Yeah, you said that
potentially-
I can't complain about it. You said
I
that I
said
can't
you
complain
call
about
them
it.
15
If I call them one time, if I call them one time and they decide to hang up on me because they know who I am, I have to give up, or otherwise you're going to arrest me.
because you're complaining about the same thing that they cannot fix.
They can fix it.
No,
they
they
can
can't.
back up 2 goddamn blocks.
So
Explain
what
why can't they
do you
do that?
expect them to do when they need to go down to the fucking train station right here?
I expect them to wait down at 9th Avenue until that light turns green, and then they can fucking go.
That's not how it works, man.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works.
That's not how it
That's
works.
exactly what
Not
they've
how it
told
works.
me. That's
So if
exactly
you would
what
like
they've told
If you
me.
would like something done, then how about you apply for the railroad company and you change it? instead of being a
That-
pain in the ass.
that is stupid.
Calling and complaining.
That is stupid.
No, I'm giving you options. You're just too big of a wuss to do it.
Oh, really? I'm
Yes.
a wuss. I'm a fucking submariner. Don't call me a wuss.
You're too righteous to go apply for the train company.
Yeah.
So-
You see that? Honking
Okay.
right there?
Yeah,
Because you have to. It's
they're
an
he's
intersection.
notifying people that could potentially be driving.
They do that at
You
every
clearly
Wow.
have no idea what
You're
you're
blind.
talking about.
Blind.
They do
Blind.
that at every intersection, man.
I know they do that at every intersection, but he doesn't do the little
That's
Yeah,
their job.
it's,
That's
they're
their
doing their
protocol.
job.
This is not harassment. I agree with you on that. This is not harassment. When he's sitting out here right in front of my house every single night for 2 goddamn weeks straight, 5 or 6 hours at a time last Memorial weekend, that's harassment.
So you're leaving your house every hour trying to leave. Is that what you're saying?
Hey, if I want to do that, then yeah.
Okay.
I DoorDash for a living. I'm going to leave my house every hour, and I can't do my job because these guys are harassing me.
It's not at all, man. 88. It's not at all. They're doing their job. Just like I'm doing my job. Coming
They're
and
not
talking
doing
to
their
you,
job.
Who's being a nuisance, calling the railroad company.
Well, I mean, I just filed a
If you-
complaint with you guys.
if you would- if
I
you
just
would-
filed a complaint with
if
the
you
FBI
would-
too.
Sure. If you would like something done, apply for the railroad company and change how
That's
they do things.
No, the mayor's going to hear about this.
Okay.
All right, what's your name?
Murray.
Murray, and
Yep.
what about
Van
you?
Ness.
Van Ness? All right, Murray
I'm
Van
giving
Ness.
you an option how you could fix things, and you're saying, nope, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So if you're not
no,
gonna do
the only
something-
option you're giving me is to let the railroad do whatever the hell they want. That's the only option that you're giving me.
What would you like us to do about it?
And like I said, you can get him to back up 2 goddamn blocks when he's waiting for the green light.
So what about the people?
So why are you here?
So what about the train?
They got the federal jurisdiction. Why are you here?
What about the train that's at 23rd Avenue that always blocks 16th Ave or South 16th Street?
And I bet those people down there got a lot of complaints about that too, since you can't even go anywhere.
We haven't been there once for somebody complaining about the train.
Oh well, that doesn't concern me. Don't give a shit. How does that got to work? How does that deal with me? How does that deal with me?
Because you were the
down there on
only one who
23rd
calls
Avenue.
and complains
And I'm going to call you a
consistently.
liar. I'm going to call you a liar on that because I know for a fact other people are calling in.
And they might be, but they're not calling to the point where we're getting called.
What are they doing? They call?
Hey, I'm seeing you guys out here, so I'm making progress. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, because you're calling them 15 times when
Because
obviously
you're
you didn't work the first 3.
Because you're potentially doing a crime, which is harassment.
You say that you're being harassed.
They're the ones that are harassing people.
Yeah. So then you're going to return the favor and start harassing them.
No,
Is that-
I've
Hey,
tried to
that's-
file
no,
a
it
complaint.
absolutely is what you're doing.
It's like you're not listening. I tried to file a complaint. They hung up on me.
And I'm
They
telling
transferred me
you-
to another. How am I supposed to
And
make a
I'm
complaint?
telling you, at
Huh?
some
How am I
point-
supposed to make a complaint? I got to call back, don't I?
at
To
some-
get a hold
at
of
some-
somebody,
at some
I got to
point,
call back, don't I?
You are now harassing them.
Yeah, well, that's what they say.
No, it's what the law says.
I'll beat that case if they want to press charges.
Sure.
So you go ahead back to their federal jurisdiction and you tell them to go ahead and press charges against Shawn. See what happens. I'll take them to court with over 300 videos that I've already posted of them online, which, by the way, officers, this video will be posted online too.
Congratulations.
Cool.
I'm sure our body camera has better footage than yours.
Hey, you know what? That's great.
Yeah.
At least I'll have my proof where you can't edit it. So,
We can't
are we
edit
done here,
ours.
officers? Huh? The train's gone.
Yeah.
Are you gonna
So I want to
stop
make sure that
calling
we're perfectly clear on the
Tonight.
expectations.
Okay.
You're more than welcome to call and make a complaint. That's your right. But you will not call them 15 times over and over and over again.
No, it's not my right to call them and make a complaint. All they got to do is hang up on me, and then you guys will come out and arrest me.
That's not why they called us.
Yeah, that's exactly why they called you.
us because you called.
That's
15.
exactly why they called you.
They called us because you called 15 times.
Because they hung up on me 15 times.
Yeah. So if it didn't work
you
the
said-
first 5, then you probably should have.
They hung
gotten
up
the
on me
message.
15 times.
But you said they transferred you to somewhere where you could make a complaint.
No,
Are you-
they didn't. No, they didn't.
You literally
Yeah,
said.
you said you got transported.
They either transfer me
transferred
to an
over
email or they just hang up on me. Straight up.
You
Transfer
said-
me to an
you
So
said-
send the email.
You said.
Send the
that they
email.
transferred you to a
You're making
voicemail.
excuses for yourself.
Are you going to try the circle logic or are you guys done here? Seriously. I mean, you're no help.
No,
You
because you want to talk to somebody in person about the train.
Yeah.
They are giving you an option to send.
I want to
email.
file a report. Can you guys take a report? Is that something that
No,
you can
because
do?
There's no criminal activity. Being
I want to
done.
file a report against guy driving 7042 harassing my neighborhood tonight. He was driving engine number 5337 last night.
Cool. I'm glad you can remember all that. That's fantastic. But it's not going to.
But you're not going to take. You're not going to take a
absolutely
report.
not.
It's not
No.
harassment.
There
No.
is no report to be taken by
Sitting down
by-
here every
by
single
the,
night,
by the train company,
backing up and forth,
doing
shaking
their
my
job, doing
shaking
their
my
job.
fucking house apart. I mean, you could probably see the cracks on the side. I fixed the ones that were on the
Yeah,
front.
I'm sure the train does that, man.
And
Oh yeah, I'm sure the train does that. Now you're just being exaggerated.
Are you even from Council Bluffs?
I am, yeah.
Really? Because
Yeah.
you don't seem to know what the hell's going on here in Council
Oh,
Bluffs when
man.
it comes to
Yeah,
train.
I work this West End. This is my district.
You've never lived here, though, have you?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, really?
I work here 5 days a week, man.
Oh, yeah? Where are you from originally? Ohio?
Nope. Has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
No, and neither
right,
does
all right,
this
Sean.
whole thing.
Sean, I'm telling you, do not call them 15 more times after we leave. Otherwise,
I'm not
we
going to
won't
call him again tonight. I might call him 15 times tomorrow.
And here's the deal. If they want to press charges against you, you will go to jail or warrants for your arrest will
Yeah,
be issued.
like I said, they've already done that, and I beat it. Like, no problem.
Congratulations.
It was like a day in
matter.
court.
Congratulations. Then
Hey, Judge, this is bullshit.
Then beat it again. Right?
Yep. Well,
here-
I mean, I can't complain,
but here-
right?
but
I
here's
can't
the-
file a complaint.
but
Can't
here-
even file a police report. So what can I do
You
except
can't
go to
file-
court?
You can file a complaint by sending the email that they told you to email. But that's not good enough for you. Because you want to be the dude who thinks that you're above everybody and talk to somebody up in the train, right? That's who you are. An email's not good enough for you.
Insult me. Insult another submarine venture. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you
Keep
I'm
insulting me.
glad
Stop using your
Yeah,
veteran
I'm glad
status
you can
as
throw
an
that out.
excuse to be a dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a veteran,
think-
so stop
you think-
using it.
yeah,
to
you
be
Yeah,
think-
what service? Air Force?
Army.
You think that's acceptable to use that you're a veteran as an excuse for this behavior?
No, I want
Yeah.
some
So
respect.
you should.
I want some
should-
respect from you
Respect
guys.
to us, man.
No, you're telling me that I can't make a complaint,
No,
that
we're
I
not
can't
telling you
I
that.
can't call you guys. No, I can't call you guys because you don't have federal jurisdiction. That's a fact. I can't call the train company and
can't
file
call them
because all they
15
got to
times in a
do
row.
is hang up on me and then they'll call the police and have me
Hey,
arrested.
Sean, stop talking. You can't call them 15 times in a row. That constitutes harassment. You can
Like I
file
said,
your complaint
I don't know
via
what
email
are
or
you
the
trying to
voicemail.
accomplish here?
You of all people, if you were a
What are you
military
trying to
man,
accomplish
listen,
here?
you of all people as a military man should understand that these people are doing their job.
They're not doing their job.
They
They're
are.
harassing people.
They're not.
If they were doing their job, they could do it right down there 2 blocks away on 9th Avenue. It's not that
Because
fucking
they-
hard.
Because they obviously have to go down there to do their job.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. Oh, so you know how it works.
So they got to sit here, huh? They got to
you
sit.
don't-
No,
you know how it
explain to
works
me.
then.
You know how it works, right? You know how it works.
You don't know what's
Officer
going on
Murray,
over there.
you know how you guys know how it works, huh? You guys know how this
We know
works, right?
that there are
I mean, you
trains
guys know
that
how the
travel
railroad
free.
company operates, right? That's
Sean,
what you're telling me.
Sean, stop
Obviously
talking. Let
a
us talk.
reason.
There might be another train blocking the track. He might be stuck here. It takes a while for a train
Why
to
can't he
stop.
back up 2 blocks? Why
Because
can't he
maybe
back
there's a
up 2
train
blocks?
blocking there.
Why
I don't
can't he
know-
back up 2
I don't
blocks?
know the rules of the railroad.
Why can't he back up 2 blocks?
But again,
Why can't he
do
back
not
up 2
call-
blocks?
Apply.
Why can't he back up
Fix
2
the
blocks?
issue. Apply.
Why can't he
Apply.
Why can't he
and
back
you
up
can
2
fix
blocks?
the issue, right?
I mean, you guys know
And-
everything
and they're
about
giving you the
trains. Why
option
can't he
they're
back up
giving
2
you the option
blocks?
to send the email to complain, but that's not good enough for you. You want to talk to somebody
Like I said, why can't he back up 2 blocks?
because that's not how it works, boss.
Why not?
Then I probably have the authority to back it up 2 blocks.
Oh, really? But he has the authority to back it up and forth,
He's
back it
doing
up
what
and
he's told,
forth,
man.
huh?
He's a
Back it
fucking
up.
conductor.
Really? Yeah, a block at a time. He's backing it up and forth right in front of my front door. Yeah, how's he getting a lot of work done doing that? Is he unloading a lot of
Your
cars?
front door would be right here. That's off there.
Yeah, whatever.
See,
Are you done here?
you just love to
Are you done here,
exaggerate.
Murray?
You would just love to
Are you
exaggerate.
done?
I would love to be, but you're forcing me to continue to banter to you about an issue that we shouldn't even be here in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know why you guys showed up.
So the bottom line is, for the last time, you are more than allowed to call and make a complaint. But if they don't do anything on the first time, you cannot call them 15 times over and over again. If they refer to you to a voicemail or they refer to you to an email system, that's them giving you the way to complain. That's how you do it. Option 1 is you either go apply for the railroad company and you fix the issue yourself, or you follow what they're giving you and you do that. But by you calling them over and over again, you are now becoming the bad guy. Because they have other things to be doing than to sit here and listen to see your phone number ring over and over again for you calling and complaining about the same thing that hasn't been fixed in years. Are we clear?
Are you done?
I would love to be done because I don't enjoy talking to you.
All right, then leave.
Yeah. So I want to make sure that we're clear on the expectations. If you continue to call over and over again, there is a potential that you could be charged with harassment 3rd degree.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay.
Like I said,
Have a
they've
good
done it
day.
before. Goodbye. Get out. Thanks for your help, officers.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. You have a great day. Thank you for your service, by the way.
Yeah, whatever.